Hey everyone, in today's video I want to show you the Procreate brushes that I use to create sketches such as this, and this. So let's jump straight into it by creating a new canvas. And this is the brush palette. These are the 5 brushes I use most frequently, and I have them inside this custom brush folder. You can create a custom folder just by swiping down here and tapping on the plus icon, and you can just drag any of the default brushes into your folder. So all the brushes you see here are actually default brushes provided by Procreate. Tinderbox can be found in the inking folder. Freycinet can be found in the drawing folder. Hartz is from the artistic folder. Clouds is from the elements folder, and Studio Pen is also from the inking folder. Let me show you the characteristics of these brushes, starting with Tinderbox. I like this brush because it has texture. So if you zoom in real close, you can see the texture with the brush stroke. And that is really nice. And not just that, you can also use tilt with this brush. Let's check out tilt sensitivity. So even with the tilt brush, you have texture as well with the strokes, and this is really nice and can make your colors look more interesting compared to just using the fill bucket tool. You can see the coloring on this side, it's flat, but here you have texture. The downside is you have to spend some time to color, and chances are you're going to go outside of the lines, so you will have to spend some time to erase those colors that are outside of the lines. Another downside is you can only paint one layer. If you paint 2 layers, for example, if you go back again and paint another layer, you will lose the texture because you are adding texture onto texture, so the texture is lost. So this is where I use the other brush, the Studio Pen, as my eraser to erase those colors that are outside of the lines. The next brush I want to show you is Hartz. So I use this brush to create more texture. So let's maybe add more colors to the roof. So I'm going to create an alpha lock for the roof, and I'm going to use the same red, but I'm going to make this red lighter. I have the brush size at the maximum, so when I press down, you can see I added some texture to the roof. Again, this is to make this texture look more interesting. If you don't mind the colors going outside of the lines, you can actually create quite a sketchy looking sketch. The Hartz brush is quite versatile. You can use it to paint trees as well, because this brush has very nice rough edges. For shadows, I would use Tinderbox as well. Again, because I really like the texture. So with these few brushes, you can create a very textured look to your sketch. This is what I have so far after adding more details. Next, I want to paint the sky, so I have selected clouds and this blue color, light blue color. So this is the sky, and I'm going to switch this to white to paint some clouds. I can also use the Hartz brush again to paint harder clouds. So this is what I have so far. The last brush I want to show you is Freycinet. So this brush is actually quite similar to Tinderbox, as in you can create textured lines. However, this brush does not have tilt sensitivity. So this can be good if you want more texture with your lines. That's it for this short tutorial. Consider supporting me on Patreon to support my YouTube channel.